I hope you see me well. So, thank you for joining tonight and welcome to the Magnificent Abundance Manifesto. So, today we are going to talk about something quite that happens quite often, and yet very few people are talking about it, particularly in the personal development industry, considering that it is all about shifting your belief system. It's always about working on you, working on the inner, and as a result, a lot of what the third party can do to you is never really mentioned. And that's what I'm addressing today, because this has been actually raised by many of my clients, but also something that I have personally experienced. And as a result, that's why I've created something really, really special for you. So let me first share in the Facebook groups and everywhere else that I can. It's always a little bit... there is a new format in case you haven't seen, and every time I get slightly... But you know what? I'm getting used to it, so don't worry about it. So hopefully you have a really good Saturday. In fact, here it started to get cold, and I'm like, oh my gosh, really? Is summer already over? Because it's... I still wanted to wear some summer stuff. But apparently today the temperature really dropped. So here, and then I'm going to share again in the group. In case you're not in my private group, there is one that is called exactly the Magnificent Abundance Manifesto. So I highly encourage you to join, because you can ask their questions and it's private, meaning only the members will see what you write. Good. All right. So today, MEDUSA EFFECT. What is this? Why am I talking about this? So as I mentioned, this is something that it's about. So the personal development industry is really focusing your energy on shifting your belief system, learning how to shift your energy, doing all of the inner work, healing the wounds, and making sure that you vibrate at a high frequency, at a really high vibration, right? So that's one. Second, it's also teaching you that you are the only one responsible for creating your reality, and it's not about blaming people around you when things go wrong in your life, because you need to look within in order for you to move forward. Well, that's very good, that's excellent. However, it's not it completely, it's not the whole picture. Because on top of what you can do inside you, in terms of the healing work, in terms of the shifts in belief system, in energies and everything, there is actually another component that is not under your influence directly. And that is the negativity that can be sent to you either consciously or subconsciously by third parties. And yes, it's a question of being emotionally and energetically on a high frequency at all times. But what about the day when you actually not feeling it, you know? And you don't have that really high frequency, and then bam, something hits you out of nowhere that is actually not yours. So it can be jealousy from people, envy, and I'm going to focus on that a little more later. Actually, just soonish, as in right now. And it can be other negativity that is actually not of your own making. It can be, again, I did talk about that earlier. It can be, you know, black magic. It can be entities. It can be all of the things that I do actually talk about and cover and heal in my course, 50 Shades. So And in 50 Shades, which I started like 5 weeks ago, we went through a very thorough process of making sure that you are totally open to receive, because your relationship with pleasure is totally unencumbered. And then I really focus on creating a protection healing and mechanism for all of my students. And in that module that was around protection, I talked about psychic attacks. I talked about the fact that negativity can get to you, and that's why you need the protection. You need to be protected. This is not something that you will hear everywhere, because it's about, again, in the personal development industries or wherever you're looking at, the word out there is, just be cool, just be high and positive, mind your own business, and everything will go well. Well, yes and no. Yes, because it's going to open a few doors for you, actually many, because you're opening yourself to abundance, happiness, joy, prosperity, but there will be some crap that can be sent to you from others, and you need something which is really, really strong to neutralize it and diffuse it, and create some sort of protection aura around you, or cocoon, or whatever you want to call it. And this is what I covered in the chapter 2 of 50 Shades. It was about psychic attacks. It was about all of these things that can get to you. But what I haven't covered during that module was around jealousy and envy. So why am I making such a big deal out of it? Why is that important for me to cover it? Because it's not something that people will specifically send at you because they want to hurt you. It's just because they are going to start feeling off, unworthy, and they are going to start feeling really crappy about themselves just by looking at how awesome you are. So just by being your awesome you, and shining and radiating light and being really, really, really cool and awesome, you are going to trigger them, because they are not embracing their awesomeness, because they feel shitty about themselves, because they haven't done the work, because there are things that really is not, how can I say, there are things that is not something that they have dealt with, they haven't healed a lot. They are a lot still in that resentment aspect of their lives, or they're angry. And I did mention in my post earlier, these people will be angry at everything and anything. They will be angry at the world, at those who make it. And then if you dare to expand and shine your light, they will be angry at you too. Because how dare you, because it reminds them that they are not doing it. So that this is like actually a snake that is going to bite their hearts, and it's going to hurt them, and that will be directed at you. And this is where you can be affected by this energy. You can be affected by this negativity, because it will send out to you these densities of energies that are going to then hurt you in a way that you will not even understand what's happening to you. Things are going to go wrong. You're going to get delays after delays after delays. Stuff will get stuck. And you're like, what the fuck is going on? Why is that not working? I've done everything and to move forward, and yet things are not progressing. And this is because this is the part of your spiritual growth, healing, that you haven't really addressed, because you did think really that it was all about you, and that had nothing to do with the other people. And yet, the more you start to understand how energy works, energy is sent and received at all times. It can be good, it can be bad. So yes, of course, please keep being positive, keep vibrating high, keep being that amazing person that you are, but there is a part of energy healing, protection that you need to be doing. And this is what I am offering in my 7th module, which is an added module to the course 50 Shades that I call the Medusa Effect. So what is the Medusa Effect? That's something I came up with. I had visions. This is something that I thought was appropriate for what I'm going to create. So during that module, I'm going to do a very strong healing to protect you from this type of energies, that waves, these type of frequencies that are not really addressed anywhere else, so that you are protected. And then I'm going to deliver, create, give you something that you have to, not have to, but you don't have to, but something that you can do every day. Like, the same way I recommend you to connect your energy to the light, to source, and to clean up your vibes every day, like you're brushing your teeth. The same way I will ask you to do this every single day to be protected from this kind of energy. And another thing is, a lot of you are afraid of judgment, of being put down, exposed, or just being lashed out in public. If you are putting yourself out there, if you are starting to become a little bit more public, if you're starting to get some attention. And I've seen many people who are so scared of being put down that they keep themselves small. And this is such a shame. You don't need to do this. In fact, I highly encourage you to keep doing it, but at the same time to get your energy protected. Okay? And that is something that I've witnessed myself. There is someone that I saw, like really big online influence, and then someone attacked her online. So she took it really lightly, played with it, turned it back like boomerang-like, but that showed me and others why so many of you are still afraid to put yourself out there. You're afraid of all of these people coming at you if you are starting to either be wealthier, more successful, happier. And there is a saying in French that say, in order to be happy, live hidden, which is... I'm trying to find I'm trying to remind myself of the French saying itself. Something around pour être heureux, vivons cachés, meaning in order to be happy, remain hidden. I disagree with this, okay? So you don't have to hide. You don't have to make yourself small. You don't have to play small. Just because you're scared of what's going to happen to you and what people are going to say. Don't be that way. However, there are work to be done as well around that, so that whatever you're going to expand into, you're not going to be attacked by these densities of energies that are going to come at you like a magnet because of the attention that you're getting. So I had a client who kept telling me how fearful she was because of all of the bad experience she's had. And then I felt that knife in my back, and I knew that it was jealousy. It was like someone stabbing me in the back, and I felt it. And I was like, wow, it happens. And I have this ability to pick up on things where, obviously, because of my psychic abilities, I know. And then it kind of gave me the awareness that there is something that I need to do here for myself, obviously, but also for my clients, for my students, for whoever I'm working with, so that this is no longer happening. Because in the past, I would have dismissed it because that's what a lot of teachings are doing, but no longer. So it's about making sure that this never gets to you. And I'm going to read to you what the Module 7 is talking about, which I already did actually mention, but it's basically going to add an extra layer of protection on top of what we did in Module 2. If you haven't joined before and you want to really attend this one because it really speaks to you, then you can still join. I put the link before, and I'm going to put it now as well, so that this is something that if you want to attend, we are doing the module 5 on Sunday. Sunday is module 6. Yes, so we're almost at the end, and that's why it came to me after I did the whole course. I mean, almost. So this is a bonus that I'm adding. The price has not changed. It's still the same. So I highly, highly recommend you to still jump if you want to benefit from this. If this is something that you have personally experienced and you want to get free, to free yourself from it, then this is your opportunity. So as I said in this module, I actually literally saw fire when I was given the guidance, right, to create this module for you. And I'm going to create a protection mechanism for you that is going to be so strong that, like the Medusa effect, whatever negativity directed at you is going to be neutralized. Yes. So it's going to be either sent to the center with some lesson there for them, or it's going to be diffused. And however is best as per divine intelligence. I'm not the one deciding it. I always worked with divine intelligence, with high vibrations, high frequency. So it's not about doing something to hurt, but something to teach, right? So, or to leverage from. So that's what it's about. And I will be also giving you a daily meditation to use in your daily rituals. So this is my gift to you as part of the 50 Shades, because my promise to you was to cover the various shades of negativity that can hurt you. And from now on, so you are going to be unstoppable, because it's going to make sure that you've covered everything when it comes to the negativity that is not yours to start with, but kind of got to you. Okay, so that was it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any question, don't hesitate to message me or put a comment below. This is not something that you will find everywhere else. This is unique, this is effective, and this is going to really, really, really help you move forward without having to worry about what X, Y, Z is going to do to you or react around you or whatever, because you are going to have such a high frequency, but also something that is going to really protect you, that you're going to become, invincible. Okay? So on that note, I'm going to love you and leave you, and happy manifesting. Bye.